So for this question, we need to do a unit conversion. It gives us our initial velocity in kilometers per hour, and then it asks us questions in terms of meters and seconds. So converting units is fairly straightforward, but I just wanted to do a quick review problem before I show you how to convert units for this particular example. Let's say we wanted to convert units for something along the lines of how many inches are there in 1.5 feet. So let me write this up there quickly. Now you can probably immediately in your head say, okay, there's 18 inches in 1.5 feet. And when you did that, you implicitly stated in your mind that in 1 foot there is 12 inches. So we're going to use that to do a formal unit conversion. And we're starting out with 1.5 feet. And we know that we want the end result to be in some amount of inches. Now the trick that we're going to do is we're going to use the conversion factor and multiply 1.5 feet by 1 in disguise. If you multiply a number by 1, it just remains itself. So we're going to use the conversion factor that there are 12 inches in 1 feet. 1 foot, that was poor English. We set it up so feet is on the bottom, inches are on the top. That allows our units to cancel. Lets us to cancel feet with feet. We're not changing the number at all because there are 12 inches in 1 feet, so you're multiplying 1.5 by 1, just in a slightly different form. So that shows us that there are 18 inches in 1.5 feet. In terms of doing the unit conversion for this particular example, let me write this down here. It wants us to initially convert 95 kilometers per hour, and we know that we want our end result to be in meters per second. Because the question's asking about distances in terms of meters, and it's giving us time in terms of seconds. So let me rewrite kilometers per hour there. Now we have 2 units to convert here. First we want to convert kilometers to meters, and then we want to convert hours to seconds. So let me write this in. Kind of looks like I'm running out of room here. Hold on a second. Let's reset that. My fault. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so we want 95 kilometers per hour. We want our end result to be in meters per second. So in parentheses, we're going to set up our conversion factors. Let's first take care of the kilometers. We know that in 1 kilometer, there are 1,000 meters. Writing this allows us to cancel kilometers with kilometers, and allows us to convert 95 to however many meters that is. The next thing we want to take care of is the hours, so we'll write down another conversion factor. We know that in 1 hour there are 3,600 seconds. That allows us to cancel our unit of hours on the top with hours on the bottom. And if we type these things into our calculator, now our units are meters per second. So 95 times 1,000 over 1 times 1 over 3,600 will give us our end result for our final velocity in meters per second. Let me grab a calculator quickly. 26.4 meters per second is the initial velocity of this car. So just to kind of give you guys a little hint as to how to go about this problem, we have a car that's moving with a velocity of 26.4 meters per second. It says some time elapses, the human reaction time, before the car kind of slams on the brakes and comes to a stop. So I'll draw my useful picture. In the first part of the problem, the car is moving with a constant velocity of 26.4 meters per second. In the second part of the problem, the car is accelerating. And what we would like to do is split this into 2 problems, solve for x1, solve for x2, add them together, and there you go. There is my hint. Goodbye.